Hey y'all, today's going to be a pretty quick video for the game Iron Lung on Steam. Yes, I know that the movie just came out. This is a game I've been meaning to check out for a while. Markiplier just accelerated me to finally take a freaking look at it. I've been hearing good things about the movie, so how is the game? Well, let's get into our welded sub, take pictures, and get eyed at while being a seaman that is a convict. Let's see how good is Iron Lung. Created by David Submersible, apologies for not pronouncing it right, with inspiration from a visit to Scotland and Loch Ness, Submersible created Iron Lung, a submarine sim that used ultrasound for pictures, cramped area with the sub, and horror elements. That's pretty much what I could find for a dev history, at least on my end. I gotta say though, I'm impressed with how he used that inspiration to conceive this game and its universe. It is very good and impressive with just that small amount of inspiration. I would love to hear more about what went into making this game if there is more out there. In Iron Lung, players control a convict sent to a planet to investigate the deep trench that is found on it. Due to the immense pressure in the ocean of blood, yes it's blood, the sub is welded shut and the main window is completely shut as well. The only way to navigate is with these buttons that control the sub's direction and paying attention to the XY axis while navigating the deep trench with impact detection to avoid crashing into walls. I actually thought the impact detection were for the spots that you have to go to in the game, so I spooked myself when I crashed the first time. And I gotta say, the sound for crashing really made me jump. The main mission is to use the map to navigate to designated spots and take pictures of these areas. These vary from strange bone-like structures, a skeleton, and an anomaly. While moving the Iron Lung, it will spring leaks, the O2 will decrease, and may have fires to be put out. I didn't even notice that the fire was going on until I noticed, why is the sub so much brighter? And then I turn around and there's a bunch of fire going on. I gotta say, I was really immersed in navigating the trench with the sub. Even if the O2 decreases and there are leaks, they don't affect the gameplay too much. And eventually, the sub can fill with the ocean. The sub will also get hit from time to time by some unknown thing while moving, which whenever that happened, it made me jump a little bit because the gameplay makes you get sucked in, so when something like that happens, you can't help but jump a little bit. And the key to successfully moving the sub is patience. Move too fast, you hit a wall, or you miss a spot to take a picture. So being very patient is key, and being patient is hard, especially when something spooks you and you want to get away from it as quick as possible. While playing the game, there's these noises and sounds. These are the stars of the game. You hear the blood rushing around the sub as it moves or circles around. The systems that make the sub work make sounds like the pipe bursting or the O2 sensor going off, just being jump inducing. It made me jump a few times. I kept going, what the fuck was that? And the strange noises that come from outside the sub just, so unnerving. It makes this sub simulation game not only just a sub simulation, but an atmospheric horror that the likes of I haven't really experienced since like the original Dead Space game, at how it handles the sounds, the weird pictures, and so good. It makes every trip between the points so foreboding and nerve-wracking. I'll give some points in that unnerved me personally. That's essentially all the gameplay for Iron Lung. It's very simple, but it is effective with what it does. So what about the story for the game? The story of Iron Lung may be short, but I'll put a timestamp still for anyone wanting to go blind, and I'll wait a little bit for anybody that wants to just skip. At some point in an alternate future, humanity has come to colonize other planets and even create space stations. Effectively, we learned how to go flying into space, like in Star Trek. Prior to the events of Iron Lung, a mysterious phenomenon called the Quiet Rapture occurred, causing all humans, stars, and habitable planets to just pop out of existence, except for any humans that had been on spaceships or stations at the time this happened. After the formation of the Coalition of Iron, or COI, mysterious moons appeared with oceans of human blood that just cover them. The convict, aka the player, is sent to AT5, one of these blood moons, to investigate the deep trench in the SM-13, the Iron Lung. The convict finds remnants seemingly of creatures that lived in this blood ocean, and an unknown anomaly that distorts the visuals and makes some really creepy sounds. Along the way, the convict also experiences what seems to be shoving from an outside force of the sub, and it's revealed when taking a picture of a giant eye looking back at the convict, seemingly knowing what you're doing. Before finishing the expedition at the final point, the convict and the Iron Lung are then destroyed by the monster lurking in the ocean. A short text says that the mission raised more questions than answers, and any images of the sub showed its pieces were scattered as if torn apart by a beast in the ocean and stuck in the trench, being unable to be retrieved, and no photos recoverable at the time. The text ends saying that there must be hope in the void, somewhere in this dying universe of the Iron Lung. Iron Lung may be a short game. I finished it in under 2 hours. What it did in that length of time is nothing short of amazing. The sounds of the game kept me on edge. The mechanics made me actually think about my spatial awareness more than I usually do in games, and really sucked me in. And the story, though minimal, serves to set up this fascinating cosmic horror Lovecraftian universe. Iron Lung also got these updates that expanded on the lore of the universe. With Eternal in the sub, it helps explain some things of the universe, which is a very nice addition for people like me that love reading lore for stuff like in Iron Lung. Even though the movie from Markiplier may have spurred me to finally get this game and check it out, I wholly recommend it for anyone interested in horror games, or just a short game that does its concepts so well. Whether you're coming into this out of just curiosity from the movie or Markiplier himself, the blood ocean of AT5 is always patient, ready for new convicts to explore its mysterious depths.